Hi, I'm David Soper, and today I'll be going through an overview of Cisco Intersight webhook configuration. Webhooks provide a way for Cisco Intersight to send notifications on a variety of events in Intersight, and that is done by Intersight posting event data to a target URL. And now I'll go through how to configure those settings within Intersight. Within Intersight, you can navigate to Settings and the API section Webhooks, and you'll see an Add Webhook button. When I click that, I will provide information on the webhook, including a user-defined name and then a payload URL, which is a publicly accessible URL for Intersight to post data to. In this example, I'm using an AWS API gateway, so that is the URL that I provide. And optionally, I provide a secret which can be used in authenticating the webhooks coming from Intersight. Now I'll go in and add events that Intersight will trigger webhooks on. When I click the Add Event and Event drop down, I get several options for different object types that Intersight can send events on. One of those is alarms, so I'll select this, and that will mean that as alarms occur in Intersight, webhooks are sent. And I'll do that for create and update operations. And then I have an option to create a filter, and this will basically set the conditions that Intersight will look for when triggering this webhook. For this filter, I'll set acknowledge equals none, so that I'm picking up unacknowledged alarms from Intersight, and I'll set for code not equal to a specific alarm that I don't want to get notifications for. When I've completed that, I see a preview API button where I can go and see what the data payload will look like for those events, and I see that I've got acknowledge equals none, and I'm picking up codes that are not that 1404 alarm that I don't want to get webhooks for. When I click Add, this webhook will be created, and now I can go verify the settings. After adding that webhook, I see a health of critical indicating this is not active for sending notifications just yet. A couple more things are needed on my webhook server, or that target URL, to actually process this webhook. For authentication purposes, I'll need to note that payload URL, and I'll need to pick up the MOID. Those will be sent in the authorization headers, and I'll detail what that looks like in just a second. So I copy those to the clipboard for later use. I can now go on the action button and click activate, and this will send a ping event to my webhook handler to verify if that server is capable of receiving webhook notifications. This takes a moment, and then I get a status back, and I can see in that response I've received a 502 HTTP response from the server indicating that is not processed correctly. And those responses and how the webhooks are actually handled are specific to that target URL and whatever services are handling the webhook, so I'll take a look at that next. To handle webhooks coming from Intersight, I'll need that publicly accessible payload or target URL, and I'll also need some sort of code to verify those posts from Intersight and to handle data. The example that I have here is written in Python and is an AWS Lambda function. And I've got a repository for that in GitHub in the Cisco DevNet namespace at intersight-python-utils. And there I've got that Lambda handler as intersight_alarms. And I'll go through that a little bit to show what verification looks like and then how to actually handle the data coming from Intersight. So in taking a look at this code, I'll go to the function that is used to verify the authorization header, and I won't go through this line by line, but a key is that that authorization header coming from Intersight contains several fields that I'm going to verify here, including in the bottom half of the screen where I generate the actual signature based on that Intersight webhook secret. In this code, I'm pulling that webhook secret from an environment variable. So I've set that in my webhook handler. When Intersight generates a webhook, it's going to sign those post requests. And here on the webhook handler side, I'm going to verify that all of those headers and the signature itself matches. Again, I won't go through all this code in detail, but you can look at this at GitHub, additional instructions out there, and then feel free to reach out via GitHub with any questions or issues in this code. So back in Intersight, I'll go in and click Activate again to verify that the webhook server is working. And now I see that HTTP response of 200 indicating an OK status. It means that my webhook server is receiving those events and returning an OK status. And now I'm ready for Intersight to send me those events based on that filter and process those. So I've got an active webhook in Intersight at this point. That's a quick overview of Intersight webhook configuration and handling. For more information, please visit intersight.com/help and the resources on GitHub pointed to earlier in this video. A lot more information out there on specifics of how the verification works and examples on how you would actually pull webhook event data and do something useful with it. Thank you.